Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, it is the final group of the 2020 Esports Sydney Speedcar 50 Lapper, presented by Sane, Kelly's Bodyworks, and Seamout Racing, and a whole list of other people and sponsors and companies. And we thank those guys for their support here on this iconic event. And considering that we can't go real 50 lapper racing, it's time to bring it to the sim. Group number 3, yes, we are still here in Sava, Pennsylvania, here at the Lernerville Speedway. Good evening, race fans. I am Brett Wheeler, your host and commentator for tonight. We'll get set to take a look at qualifying. And the driver that has, gone quick time so far tonight is Harrison Stokes with a 15.195. We'll take a look at some of the other drivers on the racetrack. This driver's trying to break into the top 10, and we'll see the driver down the bottom left of your screen, Kurt Dunham in car number 1. Kurt Dunham in car number 1. 15.335. In fact, it'll be a 15.269 7th quick. As Jock Goodyear in the T22, the third Tinder car we've seen here in the 3 servers. So Jock Goodyear in car number 22, first lap time. We'll see where he stands. It looks to be jumping inside top 20, top 15. In fact, it's 14th quick with a 15.307. Whoa, picking up the front wheels. And that's unfortunately not going to be good enough for Jock Goodyear, as his second lap is a 16.896. Dale Jordison on the racetrack right now. David Heileman as well. He's turned a lap time of a 15.35. Watching Dale Jordison right now get his first lap in. Mitchell G rolling out onto the racetrack as well. Just 2 minutes left of this qualifying session. Fourth quick for Dale Jordison. Mitchell G, the MG Contracting. DMS car number 4. Green flag for the first of 2 lap times as Dale Jordison. He's going to go fourth quick, 15.240. G, first lap here at Lernerville in qualifying. And quick time with a 15.173. Don't worry about lap number 2. You don't need it. Mitchell G goes to the top of the standings. Wowee. He has put the field on notice. So while we have 1 minute left in this qualifying session, of course, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are live up to about 10 to 15 times a week. So we've got plenty of sim racing action. And, of course, a whole list of people behind the scenes that have made this all possible. We thank those people for their support and being able to put on such an iconic event here in the sim side of things. And a whole list of sponsors and companies that have also jumped on board. And again, in no particular order, of course, Sane, Kelly Bodyworks, and Seamount Racing. Then you go to the likes of Valvoline Raceway, ZP Images, MPE Repairs, GGF Bathroom Solutions, Morton & May Wheel Repairs, QuickTime Titanium, Engeling Trailers, and Michael Bullerman Photography. And of course, the Speedcar Association of New South Wales, and trusting us here at Ultimate Dirt TV to put on one hell of a show. We'll bring up the results from qualifying right now. Oh, where'd they go? There they go. Mitchell G, Harrison Stokes, Clayton Davies, Matt McCutcheon, and Dale Jordison, your top five. 5 heat races on the program. Tyler Strallo, Jared Steen, Trent Gosley, Kurt Dunham, Zach Phelan. That's your top 10. Luke Patton, Brayton Davison, Craig Sherm, Lewis Clark, Brendan Palmer, Jock Goodyear, Bryce Lucius, Thomas Paul, the top 18. Jay Ward, 19th, and Sam Adele rounds out the top 20. Alright, heat race number 1. Let's take a look. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Row number 1 is going to be Mitchell G and Tyler Strallo. Row 2, Luke Patton and Jock Goodyear. Row 3, David Harleman and Aidan Hall. Row 4, Noah Page and Brendan Hartley. Row 5 is going to be Danny Alwyn and Alan Day. And then we go back to Connor Clark in position number 11. Good looking lineup there for heat race number 1. Who will pick up the opening heat and start on pole for tonight's prelim 25 lap main event. So far, over the 2 prelim main events, we have had 1 caution, I believe. Here we go. Group number 3, the Speedcar 50 lap of prelim night. Group number 3, we are green. It's G and Strallo. The Goodyear 3 wide on the top side. Look at David Harleman, the Wicked NG Gum 49. But here comes Strallo. Slide job on your race leader down into turn number 3 and 4. Mitchell G going to go back to second there at the start finish line. Strallo working the outside. G right through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. 2 by 2 for the first 4 positions. And they are starting to move away from position 5. And that happens to be Noah Page. But Strallo continues to lead at the end of lap number 2. There goes G once again. Slide job. This will bring Goodyear right into the mix. And right upstairs goes Jock Goodyear in the T22. Strallo again going to lead lap number 3. So he has led all 3 laps and not letting Mitchell G lead anything here. The only time that G leads is when he puts a slider on into turn number 1 and 2. This time G going to go upstairs as Harleman tries the middle of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. He nearly got to second, but goes back to 4th. Here goes G once again on Strallo. Goodyear with a good run as well. Strallo and G down through turns 3 and 4. Strallo nearly driving the car off the edge of the racetrack. Oh no, G around. Strallo continues the going. Noah Page says, thank you very much. I'll take position 4. And Mitchell G, unfortunately, he's going to have to come through the C main here in tonight's prelim. And that is a long way back for the likes of Mitchell G. 4 laps left to run. Your leader, Tyler Strallo, up on the top side of the racetrack. You're watching Goodyear in that Tinder T22. In second, off the edge goes Jock Goodyear. Oh, by David Harleman goes, thank you. Noah Page. And how about Luke Patton? There to take over the 4th and final transfer spot. 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Goodyear, Hartley and Hall Goodyear's got the best of the situation down into turn number 3 and 4. Doesn't unsettle Jock one bit. 2 laps to run, so he's still got time to make it into the show. He's just got to get by Patton now, who holds on to position number 4. Strahler will get the white flag out of turn number 4, and there goes Goodyear once again. Oh man, it's a sight. It's a sore sight to see for the likes of Jock Goodyear. That's going to be one to watch. Goodyear and G coming from the back of the B main, or C main, into turn number 3. Checkered flag is out. Heat number 1 going to Tyler Strahler. Second will go to David Harlem and Noah Page home in third. Fourth is going to be Luke Patton. Then we go back to Aidan Hall in fifth, and we'll bring those results up on screen for you right now, not those ones. There we go. There's your top 4. Strahler, Harleman, Page, Patton, and then Hall, Albin, Clark, G, Hartley, Goodyear, and Alan Day all going to the C and B main. Let's look 2. Here in the 2020 Esports Speedcar 50 lapper. Harrison Stokes will start on pole alongside him. Jared Steen out of position number 2. Position 3 going to be Brayton Davison, and Bryce Lucius lines up out of position 4. Mark Farmer out of position 5. Luke Patterson out of position number 6. 7th is going to be Hayden Booth and Brady Tyler out of position 8. Troy Ware out of 9. Robert Pimble out of position number 10. And Jim William Thomas was in the last one, so he won't be there for that one. So just the 10 cars in heat race number 2. Again, we'll bring the grid up for you once again. Well, the timing and scoring. So heat 1 was eventful. We've still got 4 more heats to come, plus the C and a B main. And after that B main, there'll be a 5-minute warm-up session. No one will enter the racetrack. It's just for the drivers to get up and stretch their legs, go to the toilet, grab a drink, do what they've got to do. And then we will roll off for our 25-lap A main. This is a prelim. This is the final server. So about 150 drivers entered into the first 3 nights, or first 3 groups, I should say, and then everyone will get seated up into the alphabet soup tomorrow, plus the top 6 from the prelim A mains will lock themselves automatically into the main event for tomorrow night. Everybody else locking into prelims. Green flag is out. Harrison Stokes got a good start. Here comes Jared Steen to the middle of the racetrack. Lucius on the inside trying to make it 3 wide, but take a look at, well, that is Lucius on the outside. In fact, it was Davison who was working the middle of the racetrack. Watching Steen hold off Bryce Lucius down into turn number 3. Steeny staying through the middle of the racetrack. Lucius gets up at the cushion and drives around the outside. Steeny should be thriving in this type of environment right now. He loves a good tacky racetrack. Keep an eye on Luke Patterson as well. He'll have the nose chopped off. Brayton Davison, well, again, not worrying about anybody else. And we've seen that bloke feed a few right rears here on the sim as Luke Patterson goes into position 3. Steeny now looking to go back to position 4. Can Steeny go the big slide jump? He will do so. And there goes Patterson back to the inside. Big wheel stand there by Mark Farmer on the exit of turn number 4. Steeny upstairs trying to get by Patterson to secure 5 more positions in tonight's main event. Oh, there goes Davidson. What do you know? And Farmer pulling a wheel stand out of turn number 4 once again. Man, oh man, just the excitement as he rolls off the gas in turns 1 and 2. Lucius, can he hang on to position number 2? Can he catch up to Harrison Stokes for the race lead? Steeny, Jared Steen in 3rd. 4th right now is Brayton Davison. Luke Patterson back there in 5th. He'll run the low side out of turn number 4. He will have 4th at the start-finish line. And coming back after those pair is Mark Farmer. Still half a second lead for Harrison Stokes, as we'll have 2 to run this time by. And the battle is still on for positions number 4 and 5. And again, this is for a spot either on the outside of the front row with the B main, or position number 17 in the prelim main event here tonight. And that's going to be Luke Patterson having it at the start-finish line. 1 to run down into turn number 1 and 2. Stokes will make his way out of turn number 3 and 4. The checkered flag is out. Stokes wins. Who's going to get 4th? Boy, that is tight. We'll bring up the results here in just a second. Well done to Harrison Stokes getting the win in heat race number 2. And let's bring up those results right now. Harrison Stokes will get the win. Bryce Lucius home in 2nd. Jared Steen 3rd. 4th is going to go to Luke Patterson. Mark Farmer home in 5th. Brayton Davison home in 6th. Troy Ware 7th. Hayden Booth in 8th. Brady Tyler, Robert Pimble was the 10 drivers there to contest heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Rolling off here for heat number 3. Clayton Davies and Trent Gosley will start positions number 1 and 2. Craig Sherm out of position 3. Thomas Paul out of position 4. William Lucas out of position 5. Chris Bilson out of position 6. Blake Brannon out of position 7. Wade Benson out of position 8. Cooper Dunn out of position number 9. Michael Freetag out of position number 10. And Jarman Darlitz, I hope I pronounced that name right, out of position number 11. That is a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And there is 11 cars, and in fact there's only 9 cars on the racetrack. So positions number 10 and 11, they did not grid. Heat race number 3 of 5. Here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway. Clayton Davies and Trent Gosley. The front row, we'll see what Craig Sherm and Thomas Paul have installed for Gosley and Davies, or whether we see one of these drivers motor along. Oh no, Clayton Davies and Trent Gosley. Talk about a bit of bad luck. Both cars upside down. They'll head to the C main, and boy, the C main is going to be stacked full of talent as we'll go down into turn number 3 and 4. And Craig Sherm doing what Jared Steen couldn't do. Lead heat race number 3. William Lucas in 2nd. Blake Brannon back there in 3rd. Brannon now looking up on the inside, will slide job. Brannon will put the slide on William Lucas for positions number 2. Then you go back to Chris Bilson back there in 4th. And have a look at Cooper Dunn, the autism awareness. Number 80, you make that 65 on the race car. On the outside looking in as Thomas Paul now moves back into position number 5. Steenie. It's good fun, brother. Good fun. Share him out by over a 1 second lead. Brannon back there in 2nd. And, well, a good battle about to be brewing here for positions 4 and 5 as Chris Bilson. A lot of the drivers just keeping a bit of social distancing between themselves here in heat race number 3. As Bilson nearly drove it off the edge of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. And contact as Thomas Paul goes around. Cooper Dunn goes back to position number 5. So probably a good time to take a lap around the virtual Lernerville Speedway on board with some of these race car drivers. In fact, let's take a look right now. Your race leader of Craig Sherman. Just see what kind of lap times he's doing at the moment. His best lap time is a 15.527. The last one was a 15.780. We'll see what it is this time by. You can see whether he is quicker or slower. And identical lap time to the 15.780. Through turn number 3 and 4, this time by again. Sherm continuing to lead. And that one was a 15.69, so little quicker there on the previous lap, and well, there's not a whole lot of action going on the racetrack, but Thomas Paul, he's slowly catching up. He's about half a second away from Chris Bilson, who sits in position 4, and Thomas Paul, expect the big slide job coming into turn number 3. This time by the final time, heat race number 3, the win will go to Craig Sheeran. Second across the line is going to be Blake Braddon. William Lucas home in third. Chris Bilson will round out your top 4. Those 4 drivers going to the prelim A main tonight. We'll take a look at 5th on back. 5th goes to Thomas Paul. Cooper Dunn home in position number 6. Position 7 is Wade Benson. Clayton Davies home in 8th. Then we go back to Trent Gosley to round out the 9 cars. In fact, Trent, unfortunately, with that accident that happened on the front straightaway, did not get to complete the lap. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 4. Minimac, Matt McCutcheon, and good old chicken legs will start on pole, and Kurt Dunham in car number 1 going to start position number 2. Position number 3, that'll be Lewis Clark, and position 4 will be the 199, that'll be Jay Waugh. Glenn Philpott in car number 30 going to roll off out of position number 5. Liam Camilleri in car number 19 out of position number 6. David Smith driving car number 14 will start position number 7. Matt Varas in car number 90 going to start position number 8. And Adam Cullinger in the 777 will start position number 9. Danny Vassell was not in this one. He had already raced on his prelim night. He made a little boo-boo, and he will not contest this one. So, interesting second row, Lewis Clark and Jay Waugh. We'll see what Jay Waugh can do. Very talented, was wingless racer, former sprint car racer, now turns speed car racer. What do you mean, Billy Hall? Never too early. Actually, there is a time too early, and that's on a Sunday night American time, which happens to be about 8:30 in the morning here in Australia. All right, here we go. Minimac and Matt McCutcheon and Kurt Dunham. Green flag is out. We're underway. Keep an eye on Philpott and Camilleri, the 3rd row. Waugh going to fall out of the top 5. That'll be Glenn Philpott in the red and white machine. But here comes Lewis Clark in the 81. Slide job on Matt McCutcheon. Matt McCutcheon driving the Rush Sim Racing number 98 machine. He'll put the slider back on Lewis Clark into turn number 1 and 2 and drive away. From Clark goes Minimac. Kurt Dunham back there in 3rd. And again, the battle is on for positions 4, 5, and now 6. Liam Camilleri, Glenn Philpott, and Jay Waugh. They move all over this big half a mile of a racetrack. Now Jay Waugh up on the inside of Camilleri, looking for position number 4. Might even get 3rd if he played his card right, but no, not going to be the case. There was very little in it between the pair, between Camilleri and Waugh. And again, just in front of them, it's Lewis Clark and Kurt Dunham. Kurt Dunham using the middle of the racetrack. Waugh going to slide up in front of Camilleri. Look at this 3-car battle for the final transfer spot. Oh boy, Philpott came very, very close to tagging the left rear there of Jay Waugh. Clark up on the outside on the cushion as Minimac. Well, say goodbye to him. The only way he's not going to win is if he drives it off the edge of the racetrack. And well, there's a very good chance of that happening. I've seen him do it a number of times. And well, we've seen the likes of Jock Goodyear do it. So there's talent behind the wheel. We continue to watch 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Man, Lewis Clark shut the door. He slammed it on Jay Waugh. Waugh goes 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. How good is the racing here at Lernerville? Heat race number 4, and we're 3 wide for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Boys, you'd think you'd want to settle down. You'd think we're not racing for sheep stations, but we're racing for better starting spots in tonight's A main event over the 25-lap journey. Look at Kurt Dunham roll right through the middle. Jay Waugh good on the bottom side. Lewis Clark continues to work upstairs. Philpott and Camilleri behind. These drivers just happen to get together there in turn number 1. Uh-oh, Dunham stabbed the brakes just a little bit. Tried to keep it locked down on the bottom as Glenn Philpott now closing in on 4th place, but the time is running out for Glenn Philpott. Matt McCutcheon out in front. He is gone. He will win heat race number 4. Jay Wall will come home 2nd. Lewis Clark in 3rd, and Kurt Dunham will run out your top 4 that are going to lock in to the A-Main. Woohoo! What a race. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Let's take a look at the results here. Matt McCutcheon, Jay Wall, Lewis Clark, Kurt Dunham, and Glenn Philpott, your top 5. Glenn Philpott will roll off into the B-Main along with Liam Camilleri, Adam Cullinger, Matt Varys, and David Smith were the 9 drivers in that one. Heat race number 5 making their way onto the racetrack right now. Let's take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Dale Jordison, car number 27, going to start on pole to his outside. Zach Phelan out of position number 2. Brendan Palmer, the 041, will start position number 3 on his outside out of position 4. That is car number 4, Sam Waddell. Devon Stove in car number 61 will start position number 5. Joshua Jackson, the 92, out of position number 6. Bryce Kenyon, the 061, will start position 7. Daniel Patterson in the 032 going to start position number 8. And Christian Hermanson in car number 48 will start position number 9. Again, Michael Bullerman on race control once again, so he will not contest this heat race. This is heat race number 5. Here and again, we'll bring up the race info for you guys. The 2020 Sydney Speedcar 50 Lapper presented by Sane, Kelly Bodyworks, and Seamount Racing. This is Group 3 server. So the final heat race of prelim nights. No more prelim groups after this heat race. We'll have a C main, a B main. That'll be contested over 12 and 15 laps. We'll have a little 5-minute stretch of the legs and get up, go to the toilet, grab a drink, do what you've got to do for 5 minutes, and we'll come back for our 25-lap A main event. That again, the top 6 from that main event will lock themselves into the 50-lapper tomorrow night, locking 18 and therefore taking 6, I believe it will be, from the B main to make up a 24-car field. Very, very excited for tomorrow. This is just the appetizer, ladies and gentlemen. Heat race number 5, Dale Jordison on pole position. Keep an eye on Brendan Palmer. I'll bet you 50 says he transfers, ladies and gentlemen, from heat race number 5 into the prelim main event. We are green. Jordison will slide up to the top side. Look at Palmer on the inside. He'll look to take second in the 041 machine. He'll stay low out of turn number 4. Will he get to the race lead? No. Dale Jordison holds on. Jordison, Palmer side by side. Jordison looking to get a run on the outside of the racetrack. But Palmer, oh boy, dead even down in the turn number 3 and 4. Devon Stove, Sam Waddell, Joshua Jackson there in 4th, 5th and 6th right now. As through the middle goes Palmer once again on Jordison. Jordison. Geez, he's good up top in the early goings. The opening 3 laps of this heat race. Palmer still in second, and again, I'll bet you 50 says that he transfers. Geez, doesn't Dale Jordison look to have that car locked up on the top side of the racetrack? He's going to be very tough to beat. I think Palmer's going to have to make the choice to go up there if he wants to have a shot at putting this car in position 5 of tonight's main event. Otherwise, if he finishes second, he'll start position number 10. Third will start 15th, and 4th at the moment, that seems to be Devon Stove, will start position 20. So there is a lot of positions up for grabs tonight, and well, there's not too much going on the racetrack at the moment except for Dale Jordison, who continues to lead with 4 to run. Palmer now getting some pressure from the inside. That is Phelan in the 49 machine. But Palmer still has that second spot again as he goes, well, nearly right rear to left rear. He backed out of it. And Brendan Palmer still going to hold on to position 2 as he'll now go to the top side. He'll cop a slider from the 49 of Phelan. Phelan will block it down low, down into turn number 3 as Palmer goes to the mid-race track. Will he come cut underneath him out of turn number 4? Yes, he does. It's going to be Jordison continuing to lead with 2 to run. Palmer getting a little sideways there in turn number 1 and 2. Loses a bit of momentum and speed. This is a good battle for second and third right now. And Brendan Palmer, whoa, nearly a right rear. Phelan into the wall. He saves it. He kept it going. And Devon Stowe, I tell you what, he done well not to get into the back of him. Jordison into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. The 27 of Dale Jordison will grab the win here in your 5th and final heat race of the night. Second is going to go to Brendan Palmer. And whoever bet me 50, you owe me 50. I don't care who took the bet. Someone owes me 50. Take a look at the results here for heat race number 5 as the C-Main cars get set to grid up onto the racetrack. As Dale Jordison, your winner from Brendan Palmer. In second, Zach Phelan. Third, Devon Stowe. Good job for him in the 61 car. He'll transfer directly into the Prelim A main. Sam Waddell going off to the B main with Daniel Patterson, Joshua Jackson, Christian Hermanson, and Bryce Kenyon, who looks like didn't even get to finish a lap. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's C main. Joshua Jackson, cut number 92, starts on pole alongside him. Mitchell G out of position number 2. Hayden Booth will roll off position 3. Clayton Davies out of position number 4. Matt Varus rolling off out of position 5. Christian Hermanson out of position 6. Brendan Hartley out of position 7. Brady Tyler out of position number 8. Trent Gosley out of position 9. David Smith out of position number 10. Bryce Kenyon out of position 11. Jock Goodyear out of position number 12. Robert Pimble out of 13. Michael Freetag, and that'll all should be just the 14 cars in tonight's C main. Tell you what, if you're at the back of this one, it's not pack it up and go home. It's a long way to try and run an alphabet soup tomorrow night. You would not want to be a part of that one. It looks like 13 cars have taken to the racetrack with the top 4 going through. Sharpie, why are you sending money to Alan? I reckon you took that bet and now you owe me 50. That's rorted. Alright, how about we do that? How about we get the ticker showing up on the left hand side of your screen as we get set for tonight's C main. Mitchell G on the outside of the front row. Keep an eye on Clayton Davies, Brendan Hartley, Jock Goodyear, Trent Gosley. The likes of those drivers coming from deep and towards the back of the field. The green flag is out. 12 laps the journey. Jackson leads from G, but G, he doesn't want second. He wants the lead down into turn number 3 and 4. Gosley now, he's made his way up 5 positions there on the opening lap. Pimble's up 5. Goodyear's up 3 as well. There is definitely some contact in the back or the mid-pack of this field, and we go yellow. How about Robert Pimble? 2 laps in, and he is up 9 positions. Now, go back and take a look at this. Let's take a look here at your instant replay. So here's an incident there at the start. And we also had Christian Hermanson crashing as well. Oh, shot good as well. Brendan Hartley. We're getting to the Trent Gosley incident there as well. Oh, man. There's David Smith. So that was Christian Hermanson, I believe it was. Yes, it was. That tagged the back of Trent Gosley. Gosley, unfortunately, along with some other drivers, have gone back to pit road, and they will take no further part in tonight's race. They'll have to come back tomorrow night and probably run the alphabet soup. Geez, I'd love to see someone run from, the E main or the F main, depending on who is where in tomorrow night. So I have no idea how many mains we are going to have, but man, I tell you what, there is going to be a few. And I think we're going to be live from around 6:30 tomorrow. I'll bet ya 50 says Mitchell G wins this race. Any takers? Any takers? Someone already owes me 50, so I'm willing to go double or nothing. 6 down, 6 to run. We'll be halfway home. Here we go. Green flag back out. G, Davies, Jackson and Goodyear, the top 4. And probably expected to be the top 4 as well. We go through 1 and 2. Keep an eye on Goodyear as well. And that pink and white T22 machine. You take the bet, James Robbie. You bet 50. That's Mitchell G. Alright. I'll send you my PayPal details in a second when Mitchell G wins. Clayton. He's off the throttle, buddy. I'll send you a bill for 50. It's G and Davies side by side. G's just got the advantage as he'll now protect the low side down into turn 3. Will he slide to the middle? Yes, he will. It's Clayton Davies. He's just got 3 more circuits to make a pass for the lead. I don't think Pimble's going to win. Pimble's back in 8th position at the moment. Davies going upstairs. G looking good on the low side of the racetrack. I've never had this much faith in Mitchell G. We'll see if he can get it done. Have a look at how good he is on the bottom side. Jock Goodyear just starting to creep into screen right now on Clayton Davies. 1/8 of a second between G and Davies. Goodyear closing the gap. 1 lap to run. Come on, Mitty G. He's about to make me 50 richer. James Robbie, send it over, buddy. Mitchell G gonna win the C main. Oh, I'm 100 richer already. Jeez, this is too easy. I'm gonna start betting 50 from now on. Oh, look out, boys. Take it easy. Last lap. Mitchell G. All right, let's take a look here at your C main results just while the serve's about to roll over into the B main. Mitchell G is a winner, and I'm 50 richer. Clayton Davies, Jock Goodyear, and Joshua Jackson, the top 4 in the C main. They're going to transfer to the back of tonight's B main, which the B main cars are getting ready to take to the racetrack. Unfortunately for Christian Hermanson, David Smith, Matt Varus, Robert Pimble, Brady Tyler, Trent Gosley, Brendan Hartley, Hayden Booth, as they're going to have a long road ahead of them tomorrow night in the lower mains. Let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Row number 1 going to be Aidan Hall and Mark Farmer. Thomas Paul and Glenn Philpott in row number 2. Sam Waddell, Danny Albin in row 3. Brayton Davison and Cooper Dunn in row 4. Row 5 is going to be Liam Camilleri and Daniel Patterson, Connor Clark and Troy Ware in row number 6. Row number 7 going to be Wade Benton and Adam Cullinger and Mitchell G. Clayton Davies in row 8. Jock Goodyear and Joshua Jackson in row number 9. And that is 18 cars taking to the racetrack. James, I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I just love betting 50. Oh, Aiden Hall been sent to the rear of the field. So that's going to put Thomas Paul and Mark Farmer on the front row. I don't want your money, mate. You keep it. Alright. I'm going to bet you 50 that either Mitchell G or Jock Goodyear transfer from the B to the A. Any takers? You've got to get it in before the end of lap number 1. Let's go. Green flag is out. 15 laps and the top 4 are going to advance to the back of the main event. Oh, Doctor! Look out. 2 and 3 wide. Oh, there is some contact in the mid-pack. And look who is rocketing up on the inside. And 3 cars driving off the edge of the racetrack. Hello, Mitchell G. He says, I'm coming for the 50. We'll go yellow. Oh, boy. Take a look who is up 10 positions. Mitchell G to position 5. We'll see if he has that spot there at the end of this one. But gee whiz. How about the 3 cars going off the racetrack? I believe it might have been Liam Camilleri, Troy Ware, both going off the edge of the racetrack. Joshua Jackson as well. He may have had something to do with that one. So as the field catching up behind the iRacing.com pace truck, unfortunately with the yellow laps counting, we are going to lose about 3 laps from the 15-lap main event. Oh, I pressed the button. I pressed the hotkey that I didn't even know I had. How about the broadcast schedule over the next week? It is going to be insane. Green flag is out. Thomas Paul back on the loud pedal. Farmer in second. Philpott and hello Mitchell G up to position number 4 from position 15. Man, you're lucky no one took the bet at the moment because you might be down an extra 50. Philpott to the top of the racetrack in turn number 1 and 2. Sam Waddell looking at this stage down into turn number 3 and 4. He's looking for 4th over Philpott. We'll take a closer look at that Hadley's car. Let's go to this angle, would you, right now? We'll take a look right now at different shots around the Lernerville Speedway. Your leader is Thomas Paul, Mark Farmer, Glenn Philpott, and poor old Mitchell G. Well, he's off the racetrack. He's back in 17th position. So right now, it lies on Jock Goodyear to get it done. And we did say Clayton Davis as well. So we had 3 drivers trying to come. We had 4, in fact. Goodyear, Davies, G, and Jackson. Oh, Goodyear into the side of Davison. Here comes Connor Clark up on the inside. Sam Waddell holding down 4th spot at the moment, trying to get by Philpott for 3rd. That's a good battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Farmer on the low side. That's the blue and orange car just to the left of the screen, just behind the overlay. The names there down into turns 3 and 4. Philpott again staying low. Let's try some different angles right now. Let's see Mount Racing number 6 of Connor Clark up to position 3, and here comes Goodyear now looking for a slider on not Clark, but it is Waddell. Waddell around the outside of Clark. How good is this? 4 to run, and look at this battle there. You can dance it, throw a blanket. Here goes Goodyear. He'll go to the low side trying to thread the needle out into turn number 3 and 4, but Philpott was just a little slower there. And Goodyear had to get off the gas and get on the binders, otherwise it could have been chaos. Goodyear runs the top. Philpott still continuing to work low. Sam Waddell, and here comes Clayton Davies on the inside in the 50 machine. Oh, car upside down. How does Goodyear stay on the racetrack like that? Who was that? I think that was Sam Waddell. And Clayton Davies up to position 3. Philpott back to 4th. Connor Clark in 5th. Can Clark get in? Now, if I'm not mistaken, Connor Clark won the actual Speedcar 50 lapper, didn't he? About 3 or 4 seasons ago. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. And Mark Farmer will get the win. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a race. We're about to take a look here at your B main results here in just a second. I'm going to bring those up right now. While we've got this 5-minute warm-up session, let's go through your B main results here for the 2020 Esports Sydney Speedcar 50 lapper presented by Sane, Kelly Bodyworks and Seamount Racing. Mark Farmer gets the win in the B main. Thomas Paulholm in 2nd. Clayton Davies from the back to position 3. Glenn Philpott does a fantastic job and holds on over just a 1/10 of a second to take the 4th and final transfer spot. Unfortunately for Connor Clark, Jock Goodyear, Daniel Patterson, Joshua Jackson, Mitchell G and Cooper Dunn, who finished 5 through to position number 10. They've got a long road ahead of them tomorrow night. Tell you what, if Jock starts deep in the C or the D, maybe even the E, depending on, again, how many cars we've got and stuff like that, he might be just one to watch. Troy Ware, home in 11th. Cullinger, Camilleri. Then you go back to Wade Benson, the 14th car on the lead lap. Waddell, Brayton Davison in 16th. Aidan Hall, Danny Albin in positions 17 and 18. And turns out that was all the 18 cars in tonight's B main. Alright, well, tell you what, we have still 3.5 minutes left, and of course we've got to give a shout out to all these wonderful companies for getting on board, and first and foremost to the Speedcar Association of New South Wales, Matt Jackson, Michael Bullerman, Brent Bullerman, everybody behind the scenes that has made this possible here for the Sydney Speedcar 50 lapper. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to do it at Valvoline Raceway. They've come together and we're putting it on here on the sim. We are on iRacing.com and you can get membership. I believe there's still 50% off for new members only. And a whole lot of companies have come on board to make this prize pool very, very big. And of course, again, a big thanks to, of course, Sane, the Quick Connection, or the Quick Connect solution provider. A big thanks to, of course, Kelly Bodyworks. A big massive thank you to, of course, Seamount Racing. And, of course, Valvoline Raceway, ZP Images, MPE Repairs, GGS Bathroom Solutions, QuickTime Titanium, Engadine Trailers, Morton and May Wheel Repairs, and Michael Bullman Photography. And again, without those sponsors, this would not be possible at all. We've still got 2 minutes, and again, if you're just joining us here for the first time at Ultimate Dirt TV and you're liking what you see, we have up to between 10 to 15 broadcasts a week. If you like the midgets, every Wednesday night at about 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, we have the Midget Super League. We also cover the Perth Motorplex stuff. That'll be on their Facebook page, of course, on a Thursday night, and we'll be doing the production on that one. We have Matt Nolte and Jason Crow on that one. Next week, or not this weekend, but the following weekend, we have World E-Series Sprint Cars. We'll be in the booth with Benny Bishop again. Be looking forward to that one. See, look, Taylor, I knew it was a Clark. I knew it was a Clark who won a 50 lapper a couple of seasons ago. See? I know a little bit about Speedway. I know Sean McDonald, but, you know. Of course, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, we don't see them on the screen here for tonight, but of course, a big thanks to Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. We're not too far away from our main event. You can see a 45 seconds left in this session, and then we'll roll over to a 25 lap A main event. And alright, let's get some picks in, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is going to win tonight's prelim? We've seen Harry Stewart get the win earlier on ahead of Aaron Kelly and Dason Pursley, the top three. That was Group 2 server. Group number 1 was held last night, where across the line first was Kobe Stidham, Joel Berkeley, Caden Brown, and Michael Sellers home in fourth. Now, there was a little bit of controversy. There was contact between Stidham and Brown in turns 1, I think with about 5 or 6 to go. Race control, handing out a post-race penalty and relegating Kobe Stidham back 3 positions. So that put Joel Berkeley with the win officially. Caden Brown officially got 2nd, and Michael Sellers officially 3rd. Alright, here we go. We are set. For tonight's A main event, let's go and take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Your front row, Tyler Strahler and Harrison Stokes going to roll off out of positions 1 and 2. Craig Sheeran rolling off out of position 3. Position 4, Matt McCutcheon. Dale Jorgensen out of position number 5, and David Holloman will start position number 6. Bryce Lucius out of position 7. Blake Brunnan out of position number 8. Position 9, it's going to be Jay Walt. Brendan Palmer out of position number 10. Noah Page out of position 11. Jared Steen out of position number 12. Position number 13, William Lucas and Lewis Clark out of position 14. Zach Phelan out of position 15. Luke Patton out of position 16. Luke Patterson out of position 17. Chris Bilson to his outside, position 18. Kurt Dunham in the 1 out of position 19. Devon Stove out of position 20. Your B main winner and transferees 21 through to 24. Mark Farmer, position number 21. Thomas Paul, position number 22. Position 23 is Clayton Davies, and position number 24 in car number 30, that'll be Glenn Philpott. 25 laps on the board. We have just seen 1 yellow in 50 A main laps so far over Group 1 and Group 2 server. What will Group 3 produce? Are we going to see another green to checkered run? Let's find out here at the virtual Lernerville Speedway. The 2020 Esports Sydney Speedcar 50 lapper tomorrow night. This is group number 3 on the final prelim night. Right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, we are set for 25 on the board. Let's get live. We go rowdy. And we are 25 laps on the board. The green flag is out. And Tyler Strollo. Track conditions pretty much going to be expected. Winning back into the back of the 7 there. Harrison Stokes. Jordison looking to the inside. Slides up to the top side of the racetrack. Sheeran now 4 wide there. Look at Matt McCutcheon picking up 3 positions there in turns 3 and 4. McCutcheon runs low. Look at Sheeran all over the back of Strollo. We had to back out of the throttle. And that's going to allow Minimac. Oh, look out. Harrison Stokes nearly into the left rear. Tie there of Matt McCutcheon. McCutcheon has 2nd down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide. Make that 4 wide. Oh, yeah, it is on once again. Strollo, we are about to have company as Sheeran cops a slider from Dale Jordison. Matt McCutcheon will lead lap number 3. Strollo got the connection issues there. Sometimes you'll see it on sim racing. Nothing we can do about it at the moment. A lot of the cars diving down low. Harleman down low. And we go yellow just at the end of lap number 4. First yellow of the night here in group number 3 server. And our 2nd yellow in A main competition here over the 3 groups so far. Boy, Minimac is looking good early on. Let's take a look at some of these drivers that have moved up several positions. Jared Steen, who would have ever thought? On a slick track, he is up 6 spots. Lewis Clark, at the moment, up 6 spots as well. Thomas Paul, up 10. Glenn Philpott from 24th to 16th. And Bryce Lucius, he has gone backwards quicker than you can say boo. He is down 13 positions after starting position 7. He sits on the cusp of 20th position. Zachary Phelan looks like didn't even start, didn't even get a lap time in. Jay Waugh, I believe he is back on pit road along with Luke Patterson, so 21 cars. Still left on the Lernerville Speedway. Lights still flashing, which means we are 2 to green right now. Ryan Crowell from Rush Sim Racing. Yes, there is a very good chance Minimac will get the job done. So when we go back green, not this time but the following time by, we will have 8 laps in the books with 17 still to run. Ryan, what do you think of the new overlay system here? Seek, mate, come Wednesday night, you're going to have a big Rush Sim Racing logo up on the top right hand corner of the screen. Green flag is back out. Minimac on the gas. Stralo took it a little bit wide and Dale Jordison snuck up on the inside. David Holloman down low. Steeny up to position 5. Holloman continuing to work the bottom into turn number 3 and 4. Just stabbing the brakes on the left front. A little bit of a wheel stand there by the 49. The Wicked Energy Gum. Slick Sim Sports driver. He'll get that left front on the grass and, well, good run through turn number 1 and 2. Minimac, Matt McCutcheon, Harleman, Jordison, Steen. Steeny looking good at the moment with a top 5 looking to get into the big dance tomorrow night, and it's got to be the top 6 that'll go through. Jordison on screen along with David Harleman just to the left as we focus in on the Wicked Energy Gum 49 machine. So there's about 3 tenths separating a number of these drivers inside the top 6, and at the moment Craig Sheeran holds on to position 6. How about Jared Steen up 8 positions again? Who is going to be the first one to find the top side? How long will the bottom side stay in for? Questions that will be answered over the next 12 laps around Lernerville Speedway. McCutcheon looking the goods at the moment in the main event, and if they'd watched last night, Group 1, and if they watched earlier tonight, Group number 2, they may have just learned something about what the racetrack is going to do later on. Steeny right through the middle there in the 91 car. Boy, wouldn't he love to get a podium right now. He'd love just to rub it in my face that he would potentially transfer into the main event tomorrow night, and a podium would just sweeten the deal on a slick racetrack. Jordison around the outside on Holloman now into turn number 1 and 2. Steeny coming through the middle. Finding some sort of grip there is Jared Steen, but Dale Jordison, he gets that top groove working. Second, third and fourth, nearly 3 wide. Holloman moved up the racetrack. Steen just catching the right rear there of Holloman. Slider from Stralo on Sheeran. And here comes Noah Page in the Rush Sim Racing 42 entry. Lewis Clark, Brendan Palmer, Harrison Stokes. Lewis Clark is up 6 positions. Take a look at him run. I would say run on the boards, but there's no boards around this racetrack unless you go to the billboards in turns 3 and 4. And I don't think he wants to be that high up. Page now, Stralo, 3 wide down through turn 1 and 2. Stralo blinked out, and that caused a spin there only on Stralo's end. As we stay green, watching the battle between Craig Sheeran and Noah Page. for 5 and 6 in the main event tonight. Harleman, meanwhile, coming back after Dale Jordison for second. Matt McCutcheon just on cruise control right now. This time by, it'll be 5 to run. Minimac yet to reach the lap cars. Jordison, good on the exit of turn number 4. Harleman, good, somewhat good through the middle of the racetrack. It's the speed that he lacks there off turn 2, but he just found a bit of drivers. He'll go for the big slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job is complete, but Dale Jordison trying to turn it back underneath him now down into turn number 1. The middle goes Harleman. He'll cut down low on the exit of turn number 2 with 3 laps to run. This time by for your race leader. A 1 second advantage at the moment as Minimac just starting to get to the back of these cars that are still trying to survive on the lead lap. Just in front of them right now, I believe that'll be Chris Bilson. It is in the 88 machine. Minimac goes by. Noah Page now coming after Jared Steen for 4th and 5th on screen just behind Jordison and Harleman. They go side by side, 1.5 circuits around Lernerville. The prelim, your A main event, has got 1 lap left to run. McCutcheon just dared to the front wheels here on the exit of turn number 4. He'll stab the brakes, keep it locked down on the low side of the racetrack. White flag is out, final time into turn number 3 and 4. And here he goes, the Rush Sim Racing car. He will go to the big show. He's going to the big dance, and he gets the win in group number 3. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's a couple of cars getting tangled up there at the back. We're just awaiting the results here from our main event. But, man, I'll tell you what, didn't he earn that one? Minimac, Matt McCutcheon. We're just going to wait for the results, and no doubt he's done this once or twice here on the sim side of things. He'll get an opportunity to burn it down right now, and just like we've seen Harry Stewart do some real good donuts here in these mighty midgets, the speed cars. There he is. Look at him, Minimac, Matt McCutcheon. We'll see if he can do a Tim Kading and put it on its side, but nope. Well done to Matt McCutcheon, who does, in fact, go to victory lane, and there he goes. Just a nice simple rollover as we'll get to take a look right now at your A-main results. And Matt McCutcheon, your winner ahead of Dale Jordison. David Harleman, your top 3. We'll chat to those 3 drivers. How about that? New Zealand, Australia, and America wrapping up the podium. Well done to Jared Steen. Comes home in position number 4. Noah Page in 5th. Then you go back to Lewis Clark into position number 6. And those 6 drivers automatically locked in to the 50 lapper tomorrow night. Craig Sheeran, Thomas Paul in positions 7 and 8, 9th and 10th. Kurt Dunham, Clayton Davies. Hell of a job by Clayton Davies from the C main, we must say. Tyler Stralo in 11th. Glenn Philpott in 12th. Harrison Stokes, 13th. William Lucas in position number 14. Blake Brannan, 15th. Mark Farmer, position number 16. 17th goes to Brendan Palmer. Devon Stove in 18th. Bryce Lucius rounds out the 19 cars on the lead lap. Chris Bilson 1 lap down in position 20. Luke Patton, Jay Waugh, and Luke Patterson 20, 22 and 23 drivers that started tonight's main event. Well, we now get an opportunity to chat to our top 3 here in just a second. We're just waiting for the drivers to get in the Discord, but we'll chat to your winner here tonight. We call him Chicken Legs. Minimac, Matt McCutcheon. Well, geez, you made that one look easy, buddy. That was a hell of a drive. On cruise control.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. Just, accidentally went down to the bottom and found out there was a bit of grip down there. So, managed to run it for a whole race. Bit of a boring race on the gutter, but hey, we got the win. So, it's given us a good header into the big 50 lapper tomorrow.
What is going to be the plan for that 50 lapper tomorrow? Because it's a long race and there's a lot of talent here.
Yeah, no, there's it's a big talent field. You know, it's the best of the best. So just going to have to rip it straight for 50 laps and give it our best shot.
All right, Matt, congratulations on the win. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow night, and we'll let you thank some sponsors before we let you go, buddy.
Yeah, I'd love to thank Bearing Wholesale, Sierra Motor Company, Vincent Street Auto Centre, and Rush Simulators, all these guys, and especially you for live streaming. Great, thank you.
All right, buddy, well done. We're going to chat to the driver that comes home second place here tonight, and well, he must be thrilled with this result. Dale Jordison, well, it's been a hell of a couple of weeks for you. You had a podium at the Midget Super League with Rush Sim Racing, and now you come out here in the Speedcar 50 lapper, and well, you come home second spot, locking you into tomorrow night's main event.
Yeah, it's been a good few weeks for me and the boys. 3 second place finishes in all the nights. So yeah, it's been a good few nights.
Now, did you happen to watch the main events from Group 1 and Group 2? And if so, did you learn anything for those that you could play into this one, or did you just come into this one blind?
I watched both groups, and I knew the top was mostly the dominant line for both the first two groups, but the track was a fair bit different for this one, so I knew that the bottom was going to be fast at the front start and maybe the middle, but I knew the top might come in towards the end, so I just stayed on the top, and yeah.
What's going to be the goal for tomorrow night? Because we're going to double the amount of laps than what you had here tonight. Goal for tomorrow night, what are you going to be happy with?
Depends where I start, to be honest, because I know the grid gets a little bit dicey at some points. But yeah, top 10, top 5 is something we're looking for with the man, the boys. So anything like that would be great to see.
All right, Dale, congratulations on second place here in group number 3. Sav, we'll let you get out of here, but before we let you go, of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, mate. Who makes it happen for you?
Thanks to the boys back at DMS Sim Sports. We're a new team and we've been getting some ripper results lately. Bullseye Tips, MG Contracting, Brighton Volkswagen, and to me mum and me dad.
All right, Dale Jordison there, home in second place, and home in third place tonight, making it 3 different countries on the podium. It is David Harleman. Well, I beat you last night in the sprint car, but I'll give you a chance tonight. But third place here tonight, David. You've got to be happy about that.
Yeah, for sure. Don't have a lot of laps here, and wasn't going to turn any because I thought it'd be a struggle just to make the feature. But I think we kind of got lucky with our group, and we were able to. I knew we'd struggle in qualifying, but I guess we got lucky in our heat race too. Didn't really pass car, just other guys making mistakes, but we were just going to commit to the bottom and middle in the feature, and track was pretty set for that, but I just had a little bit too low of a gear to get out at 2, but once I figured out 3 and 4, we were rolling good, and then had that little bit of lap traffic there, and we were kind of catching McCutcheon. I was like, oh boy, I think thought we were going to be in store for a patented last lap pass, but just wasn't able to hit. I think it was the bottom good, the lap before the white with 2 to go, and then coming out of 4, I was like, oh well, I'll take second, because I thought Jorgensen was the car below, because I saw him on the bottom on it 2, and he just absolutely ripped the flyer in 3 and 4 and smoked me, because all of a sudden I looked to the right and I was like, oh, what the hell was that? Was that him? And so we lost second there, but yeah, definitely we'll take that. You said we're getting second coming in tonight. We'll be happy, and we are. Race was fun. Track was good. Not sure how they're doing the lineup at all for tomorrow, but we got a little bit of work to do, but we're glad to be in the show.
I'll give you a bit of a backstory on how they're going to do the lineup. So I believe Berkeley's going to start out of position 18, I think it is. And he's going to pick the driver that starts next to him. So he'll pick someone to start position 17. Whoever they pick, they get to pick someone who starts position number 16 until we get to the front row. So there's a lot of good drivers going into tomorrow night that have already locked into the A-main event. It's going to be a long 50 laps. So we'll wish you the best of luck tomorrow night. Good job on the third place tonight. And before we let you go, David, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Hey, I'm not that strong in these cars, so I hope nobody picks me, and we'll just make our way through the front before the green even drops. But just think the guys that slick, me and Joel will be ripping. Jock's got some work, but all them Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion. Thanks to you guys for putting on, and Esports Sydney for doing this, and Michael and everybody behind the scenes putting on this event. It was really cool to get 200 whatever entries in midgets. So I think midget racing it's really on the uptick in iRacing. It'll be interesting to see where it goes, but can't wait for tomorrow night.
All right, good job tonight, and good luck tomorrow night, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, there we go. David Harleman there, home in third place. Again, just to recap your top 3 that happened here In group number 3, Matt McCutcheon, your winner. Dale Jordison, second. David Heileman, third. Jared Steen, fourth. Noah Page, fifth. And Lewis Clark in position number 6. That'll be it for prelim racing tomorrow night and tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night is when the preliminary main starts. So keep an eye out on the Speedcar Association of New South Wales Facebook page for where you are going to be starting in your preliminary main. If you've already locked into the main event, the top 18 drivers, you look forward to chatting to the drivers or listening in to the drivers that will pick the drivers on who gets to start next to one another. Boy, that should be interesting to listen in to those drivers. We'll have all that, plus I believe the E main, the D main, the C, B, and of course what we're all here for, the 50-lapper tomorrow night at the Lernerville Speedway. Cannot wait for it again. A big thank you to everybody that has tuned in here tonight, and of course last night to watch the prelim nights, and of course a big thanks to everybody behind the scenes that has made all this possible. Whether you've had a small or a big part in this one, again, we thank you so very much. And again, a big thanks to, of course, Sane, Kelly Bodyworks, Seamount Racing, Engadine Trailers, ZP Images, Michael Bullerman Photography, Morton and May Wheel Repairs, QuickTime Titanium, MPE Repairs, GGS Bathroom Solutions, and Valvoline Raceway. That'll do it for us here. Big thanks to our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder iRacing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell. We'll see you tomorrow night for your E, D, C, B, and A main event. This is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night.